God damn. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. So Jay Oliva really just making us a little bit more upset about the whole thing than anything, but it sounds cool. I get it. It's awesome. I much respect to him. He told Bill and Batman on film off, and he pretty much said this. The original Affleck script was the best Batman script I've ever read. Ben had a kick-ass story, and I believe that the audience and fans would have loved it. I would have loved it. And there's a lot of things that have happened since then, and a lot of things he's related. He's telling us that's above his pay grade. Mario Robles put in some input. Jason LeBoy put in some input about Jeff Johns, and possibly maybe they had a fight or something, a falling out. Ben Affleck quit. It's all discussions and things. None of the things are which actual Ben Affleck has come out and said or anything like that. But this is what's all been talking and chatter. But just think about it. Would have had such an awesome Ben Affleck Batman. Ben Affleck and not Ben, Batman and Deathstroke fight, and what really relates to the Legion of Doom hiring Deathstroke to go out and hunt the Batman is essentially what it was probably going to be according to Mario Robles. That would have been sick. That would have been so awesome. Even Joe Manganiello actually put a check mark. He actually replied to Jay Oliva saying that would have been the case. That would have been such a great movie. Why you Warner Brothers? You're such a dumb studio, whatever. It's whatever. It happened. Things gone out of proportion, and now Matt Reeves is gonna do the Batman. So Matt Reeves Batman, it better blow us away, because come on now. This would have been great. There was no year one, not that they're saying year one, but it's no earlier version. This was Ben Affleck Batman taking on Deathstroke, taking on Slade, would have been so cool. And I think we really missed out on that opportunity. Hopefully they adapt that in some form and fashion, animated or whatever, maybe the third Matt Reeves Batman, who knows. But I really would have really wanted to see that, and it seems Joe really would have done that too. It's such a missed opportunity, really, really bad. Really sucks, and I really wish they would have reconsidered and let Ben Affleck do his work. Not Ben Affleck and Chris Terrio, and I don't know, this whole thing. I don't really know if it's the truth. A lot of people are thinking it is, where Ben and Jeff Johns came in, or a lot of people say Judas. He came in and changed it up. Wanted to change things, and Ben didn't like that, and that's why he's out. Things like that, which could possibly be true. But now, Jeff Johns is out as well. He's now writing for Green Lantern Corps, and he's got production creds here and there. And so I don't know, but it really is, disappointing. I guess that's the word I can use. Disappointing, that we could have got something pretty fantastic according to Jay Oliva, and it sounds fantastic. It sounds totally something different we've never seen before on screen, in live action. It could have been like Arkham. It would have been so freaking cool. And Warner Brothers had to be such dingle bats, whatever. Okay, so it's done. It's already done. It's over with. Matt Reeves Batman's coming out. Hopefully it's anything near quite as good as Affleck's script. And of course, Jay Oliva had to say that, oh, don't worry, Matt Reeves can probably be a kick-ass Batman and stuff. But who knows what's going on with that, because that's not even done as well. Right, that's not even done as well. So we won't even know. We don't even know if Ben is coming to be Batman. Right now he's taking care of himself. Good for him. And that's what he should really be focusing on, is taking care of himself. Make sure he's there, and his family is also there to support him. You saw that Jennifer Gardner video, telling everybody to stop. It's his private time. It's kind of really cool on her to do that. even though they're separated. And so I think I don't know. I mean, I really don't know if Ben Affleck's still going to be Batman. Um, and we don't know if Ben Affleck will ever be involved in some type of form of Batman. In any case, I hope so. I just recently remember that what they call it about John McClane, that Die Hard, new Die Hard movie, and it was supposed to be the origin of John McClane, and it was still have been Bruce Willis in it as an older version of him, and how it's they're almost like solving the same thing, or recollecting or something like that. And I was like, that sounds like what Matt Reeves might be doing with the Batman, where we if they have Ben Affleck as Batman, he'll be the older Batman and a younger version of himself, and that's I was like, that's McClane. Sounds like the Batman script. Or are they really passing that script around to make it something out of that? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what Matt Reeves Batman was going to be like? But I hope it's quite something special. And, deep down, I really do hope Ben Affleck returns, but, his health is more important. And if he doesn't, he does. And so we'll see what happens with that. Now, let's get on to the other guy, Superman. Superman, Henry Cavill, is going to be for the Witcher series on Netflix. Now, I didn't play The Witcher, and it's going to be based on the book, not the video game. But a lot of people are going to pick up the video game now, right? They're going to pick up the video game now. I still haven't played part 1. And we're going to watch it on Netflix. And it's apparently going to be an 8-part mini series, which is really cool. And I'm happy for him. I'm really happy. Apparently, he's a huge fan of the game. He's a gamer. I mean, I remember when before he got hired to Man of Steel, or when he got the call, he was playing World of Warcraft. He's such a gamer. And so he played The Witcher, and I guess he also read the book. So he's a huge fan. It's a passion project. And I'm really happy that that type things happen, when people do fan manips and fan casting, that it actually came true. This is something that doesn't always happen, and it's kind of cool that it did happen for a lot of people who fan casted him, and Boss Logic and all these people who did manips of him, that it actually happened. I thought it was being punked. I was like, really? He is? Wow, that's pretty awesome. Wait, they're making the Witcher TV series, Netflix series. And that's so cool, because Netflix is really awesome in that they'll let their creative visions work out. They let the creators do what they want to do, pretty much for the most part, I think. And creative freedom, at least that's what all these other creators are saying, that they don't really hamper them. They're not like giant studios where you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So it's really cool that they can do what they want to do on Netflix, and then everybody who's paid subscribers can watch it right off the bat. 8 parts right there. I don't have to wait. We don't have commercials. So it's really cool to see that. And now I know a lot of people, different people. I mean, even Grace. I mean, what the heck is going on? How can you... It's so weird when they're saying that, oh my God, Superman's over. He's done. I don't know if he's done. I really don't know. I know he has one more contract left to reprise or appear as Superman. And not to say that he may not be done, but you can't use that excuse that he's doing an 8-part series. He must be done with Superman. I mean, seriously, I put out where Benedict Cumberbatch did I forgot how long it was. It was a 5-part mini-series, and he is still Doctor Strange. He did it in 2018, and this is 2018, and he's still Doctor Strange. There's a lot of people who do Netflix stuff, and they're still there, Will Smith did Bright. He's still Deadshot, or, I mean, that's a bad example, but, there are people who do TV series, and I think a lot of people are saying that in the UK, it's okay. They don't feel TV is any different from doing movies. They just have a role, they do it. Not like how maybe US actors and actresses kind of look down upon, frown upon, saying if you go to TV series, you're not in movies, and that is such a weird thing for Grace to be so negative about TV series. It's like it's his passion project, and it's not like there's a lot of DCEU movies coming out. And there's a lot of these different DC movies coming out there they're putting together, and possibly Superman's a little bit down the line, so it's okay to have him do multiple projects. Look at The Rock. Look at Dwayne Johnson. How many movies has he busted out? And he's pretty much, still confirmed as Black Adam. He's still Black Adam. So it's okay. I mean, Tony Stark did some movies. He was Sherlock Holmes and Tony Stark. Chris Evans directed something, animated a movie. So it's really, it doesn't make sense for those things. It's just in regarding some timeline. There's a lot of space in between. They can't just wait to be, Henry's not going to wait until he's Superman. And possibly they're still building the script. Who knows what's going on with that contract? I want him to be at Superman as most as possible. I want him to return as Superman, yes. And there's one contract on the way. So apparently, according to Mauro Bless, who did an article, shared in my description, is that he was going to be Superman. There was talk of him to be reprising the role as Superman as a cameo in Shazam, and it could be done in post-production. And then there's also the talking that they're fast tracking Supergirl, and he's going to be a big part in Supergirl. Which actually, when you think about it, when in comparison I think about it, I'm like, do I want him in a small cameo in a post-production of Shazam, or do I want to wait for Supergirl and he's going to play a big part in that? I would totally wait for Supergirl so that he could play a big part in that rather than a few seconds or a minute or two in Shazam. I want him to play a big part because I want to see him on screen more, and having him interact with his cousin, what I think would be a lot more effective to me if there was a choice, unless if he negotiates contracts, is able to do 2 movies and his own movie, sure, yes, let's do that. But if there was like a choice where he only had one contract, reprise the role before the actual Superman sequel, then I would totally wait. I would be patient enough to wait for him to have a big part in Supergirl rather than a small little bitty piece in Shazam, unless that Shazam piece is actually a lot longer. But if they're talking about post-production, then I'm thinking it's probably not that much. So Shazam or Supergirl, big part in Supergirl, that's where I would really, really see him going. And that's according to Mauro Blez of what he's hearing in his article. You can check it out there. And I would really, really be fast tracking. We'll be filming their performance in that movie during the later half of the year. So it's very possible that Cavill or whoever ends up being Superman, DC Super Cinematic Future, will be filming their performance in that movie during the latter half of next year. So latter half of next year, we'll probably find out who's gonna be Superman. I'm still thinking it's gonna be Henry Cavill, but we'll see what happens with that. So that is what is going on with Batman, with Superman. Not necessarily Ben Affleck, and we'll see what happens with Henry Cavill. I really truly hope he stays on as Superman, and appears in Shazam and Supergirl and has his own Superman movie or whatever. That's my dream. But like I said, if I had a choice, major part in Supergirl, small part in Shazam, I'm gonna go with Supergirl. I'm going to go with major part in Supergirl. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.